On the weekends, sometimes I feel like a bit of an indulgent breakfast. So I make my ham, cheese and egg muffins. They are so delicious. Forget about the takeaway ones. These are even better. So in a dry pan, we need to warm up our muffins. So just a standard English muffin I've cut in half, and we'll pop that into a dry pan to lightly toast. For the eggs, I'm just going to do some folded eggs. Very easy. 3 eggs that I'll crack into a bowl. You can add some cream if you want them to be extra fluffy, but I'm going to keep it simple. Just a touch of salt and some freshly cracked pepper. And give them a really good mix so the egg yolks and the egg whites are combined nicely. All right, that's looking good. So in a nice non-stick pan on a medium to high heat, I'll add a knob of butter, because butter and eggs are just so good together. And I'll also add just a small amount of oil so the butter doesn't burn. Swirl the pan around so the base is completely covered, and we'll add the eggs. Now, with eggs like this, you want to work quite fast, so you want to spread it all the way around and just let it set for a moment. Once it starts to set around the sides, we can bring it in. So I always start from the top, scoop it in. You can see it's almost like little waves of eggs. Shake it around and bring the next side in. Turn the heat off because it is quite hot, and the other side, and then the other side. And by doing that, we get that sort of blanket effect. Now this is enough for 2, so I'm going to cut that in half. You can see how it's still just slightly running the centre. That's how I like my eggs. And with the heat of the eggs, I'm going to melt some American-style cheese on top. I did say this was indulgent, so 2 slices. And by the time I plate this all up, this cheese is going to be perfectly melted. So muffins are ready. We'll take the base off. I like to add some barbecue sauce. This particular barbecue sauce is a Japanese style one called tonkatsu. So I'll add about a teaspoon or so, spread that out on both sides. And then for the ham, now I like to use thin ham for this. This one is a double smoked leg ham, and you can be generous with the ham. It is the weekend after all. So we'll just take 3 or 4 slices out. And you can see it's the perfect shape for our little English muffins. I'm going to drape this leg ham over the top. Now back to the eggs. Look at that cheese, it's melting. I'm going to fold that over now. It's almost like a little surprise in the centre with that gooey cheese on top. Place the lid on, and that right there is a breakfast made in a few minutes, and boy, it tastes nice. Double smoked ham, perfectly cooked eggs, and that cheese. What a treat.